Hello, friends. Do you have a dream? Maybe you want to be a doctor. Maybe you want to speak fluent English. Maybe you want to start a business. You work hard every day, but nothing happens. You don't see the results. You feel stuck. You think, I am failing. I should quit. But wait, before you quit, I want you to hear the story of a farmer named Kaito. Kaito lived in a small village in the mountains. He was a quiet man. He loved nature. One day, he decided to plant 2 seeds. Kaito dug 2 small holes in his garden. In the first hole, he planted a fern seed. A fern is a small green plant with many leaves. In the second hole, he planted a bamboo seed. He covered them with soft, dark soil. He watered them. Splash, splash. "Grow well, my friends," said Kaito. Every morning, Kaito walked to the garden. He brought water, he pulled out the weeds, he checked the soil. He was a good gardener. 1 year passed. The sun shone, the rain fell. Kaito looked at the first seed, the fern. It was beautiful. The fern grew quickly. It covered the ground with bright green leaves. It was healthy and strong. Kaito was happy. Then Kaito looked at the second seed, the bamboo. He looked at the dirt. Nothing. There was no green shoot, no leaf, just brown earth. That is strange, thought Kaito. Maybe it is a slow seed. He didn't stop. He watered the empty spot anyway. Another year passed. The seasons changed. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. The fern grew bigger. It was now a thick bush. The neighbors walked by. "Wow, Kaito, your fern is amazing." But the bamboo? Still nothing. Kaito stared at the ground. "Hello?" he whispered. "Are you in there?" The ground was silent. The neighbors started to laugh. "Hey, Kaito, why are you watering the dirt? Nothing is growing there. The seed is dead." "Give up, Kaito. Plant some potatoes instead." Kaito felt sad. Maybe they were right. Maybe he was foolish. But he had a feeling. He decided to trust the seed. He kept watering. The 3rd year came and went. The fern was huge now. It took up half the garden. The bamboo spot was still empty. The 4th year came. Kaito was tired. He carried heavy buckets of water every day. His back hurt. He looked at the empty ground. He felt angry. "Why don't you grow?" he asked. "I give you water. I give you love. Why do you refuse me?" He almost stopped. He put down the bucket. He thought, "I will quit. Tomorrow I will plant corn." But then he remembered a lesson his grandfather taught him. Nature does not hurry, but everything is accomplished. So Kaito sighed. He picked up the bucket. He watered the dirt one more time. It was the morning of the 5th year. Kaito walked to the garden, half asleep. He looked at the fern. It was fine. He looked at the bamboo spot. He stopped. He dropped his bucket. What is that? There was a tiny crack in the dirt. A small green point was poking out. It was tiny. It was smaller than his finger. But it was alive. "It's alive!" shouted Kaito. "It's finally here!" The neighbors laughed. "Ha! You waited 5 years for that? It is 1 inch tall! Congratulations, Kaito!" But the story does not end there. The next morning, Kaito came back. The bamboo was not 1 inch tall. It was 1 foot tall. The next day, it was 2 feet tall. The next day, 5 feet.
Kaido could not believe his eyes. The bamboo was not just growing, it was exploding. You could almost hear it growing. Creak, stretch. In 6 weeks, the bamboo grew to be 90 feet tall. It was a giant green tower. It touched the sky. It was taller than the house. It was taller than the trees. It was strong and straight and magnificent. The neighbors came running. Their mouths were open. "It's a miracle," they said. "How did this happen? It grew 90 feet in 6 weeks. It is magic." Kaido smiled. He touched the strong wood of the bamboo. "No, my friends," said Kaido, "it is not magic. You think it grew in 6 weeks, but you are wrong. It grew for 5 years.
The neighbors were confused, but for 5 years there was nothing. Kaito explained. For 5 years, the bamboo was not sleeping. It was working underground. It was growing roots. To grow 90 feet tall, a tree needs a super strong foundation. It needs roots that go deep, deep, deep into the earth. If it tried to grow tall in the first year, the wind would blow it down. It spent 5 years building its strength in the dark. It spent 5 years preparing for this moment. And when it was ready, it flew to the sky. The fern grew fast, but it stayed small. The bamboo grew slow, but it reached the stars. My friends, many of you are like the bamboo. You are studying English every day, but you still make mistakes. You are working on your business, but you have no customers. People look at you and say, "Nothing is happening. You are failing." But you are not failing. You are rooting. You are building your foundation. You are learning. You are getting stronger. You are preparing. Nobody sees your work. It is underground. It is dark. But it is the most important work. Don't be jealous of the ferns. They grow fast, but they stay small. Be patient. Keep watering your dream. Because one day your roots will be ready, and you will shoot up to the sky. Thank you for listening to the miracle of the bamboo. Keep growing, my friends. Goodbye.